package has arrived from the UK. I'm trying to think of the best place to open this. We'll try it here. I can always put the stuff over on the table. There we go. Yeah, back to my usual amazing video. Jesus Christ. Yeah, clearly I'm a hot mess. It goes without saying. A bit of a different box this time. Yeah, oh, it looks like you put a box inside the box is what happened. Okay. And what do we got? From our friends, Action Slot Racing in the UK. That's a pretty small box, actually. I didn't order 6 cars like I've done in the past. Okay, yeah, we'll bring it over here. I was actually last night running the cars on the new track. Yes, the new track is still together. It is small, but it works. I did replace that one curved piece that was having an issue. Took that one out. Yeah, I can see right there, that's kind of sus to where it wouldn't connect that well. But yeah, for whatever reason, that piece of track was the culprit, and I replaced it with another one. And all the cars went around the track with a couple of exceptions. You see the turtles, the upside down turtle. That lets me know there's a problem. And then I put the Camaro over here on this table. The maroon Camaro that came in the first box that Jeff sent me way back when last year was running great. It was the best car of the night because it's slower than the Nighthawk and the GTE. So I could actually go almost full throttle with that car without it coming off the track. So because it was slower than my fast cars, it actually took that track better because I didn't have to run it at half throttle. So that was cool. Yeah, I ran every single car last night that I owned, just around the oval, just making sure the cars were okay. Some were, some weren't. Some had problems. The Camaro still has an issue, and I think it's 2 things. Roland turned me on to the fact that this factory black guide doesn't fit. It doesn't go all the way down, actually, on the Scalextric track. So there's a red one that Carrera makes to run on Scalextric and other, I guess, like Ninco track or Polycar track. So yeah, this one still has issues. The tires are smooth, completely smooth. So I think maybe urethane tires would help that one. You know, and others, the vets have the same problem they had before, where they go around like they're sliding out on corners that the newer cars have no problems gripping through. The new cars grip through both corners fine, and the vets just, maybe because the engine's in the front, they slide out. They drift when you're not intending to drift. Anyway, on to the order from the UK. We have our pit lane, which is very cool. Excited about that. And I've been looking at layouts, you know, once again, not knowing what the new house is going to offer me space-wise, but I've been looking at layouts. So what I might want to do if I wind up with a single 9 foot by 4 foot, or those two 8 foot by 4 foot, or whatever board. And I saw a really cool layout online that goes to 4 lanes, not for a pit stop, but to give, when you're running 4 cars or 6 cars, the ability is to come out and to go to any one of 4 lanes. And then, because right after, they have these crossovers like that. So you can come out here, switch to the outer lane, or come in here and switch to this lane. And then down here, they had another one of these crossover tracks here in the middle, so you could switch between the two inner lanes. So you could literally, going around the track, go from the outside lane to the inside on 2 passes. So I thought that was cool design, and this was the straightaway in the back, and it just looked really good, having 4 lanes for a big part of the straightaway. I have plenty of track, and if I wind up in a smaller space, that might be something I do. Yes, I am going to go vertical. People keep screaming at me, go vertical, go up. Yes, I will go up, and that's some of the designs I've seen that I like. Now, it always has to include one long stretch in the back, and again, I might do the 4-lane one I saw last night, might not. And then in the middle, there's all kinds of figure 8s and loop-de-loos and all kinds of stuff. Going in and underneath, and like an LA freeway, like an overpass. So I think necessity is going to make me build height on the next layout, because I'm most likely not going to have the ability to put 18-foot of track, of layout or track together. So you can see, I guess, like I said, Accent Slots it's not their fault that some of my track looks like this, because they tell you what condition it's in, and this was like the highest condition they had. You can see these rails are shiny, brand new, no problems. I am going to coat them with a light coating of WD-40 to keep them this way, to maintain them. I'll clean them and then put the WD-40 on, like Roland suggested, to maintain. And then after I restore other pieces of track like this, by using, I rewatched an old Boone video where he cleaned track, and he's like, if they're really nasty and have like a lot of built up stuff on them, you can use a Dremel tool, which I have. I have a little rotary tool right there, and all the little pieces to it. So you can put a polishing wheel on that, and really grind away. And then again, after you do that, you have to maintain it, because you've worn away the coating that comes from the factory. Where's our little Rambutan? There we go. The knife that saves the day, time and time again. Right now I'm cutting cardboard, not tape, but that's okay. Fragile, that's right, it is fragile. I'm fragile. Oh, thank you, little Rambutan, we appreciate you. So, as I mentioned, I knew I was going digital when I made this order. That's why I got the crossover and the pit stop. But in order to run digital, fingers in front of the camera, nice move. I'm so good at this stuff. My God, I should get some kind of YouTube award. Wow, lots of bubble wrap. Nice looking car. So we have it's a Scalextric Maserati, which I didn't own any, MC12. Sharp looking little car. Try to get it in focus, there we go. Yeah. And it's pretty intact. It was, they have 3 or 4 of these on their site right now for sale. And I'll look at the receipt, but I think I spent like 1,700 baht, which is what, like 50 bucks, 50 or 60 bucks I think I spent. For there's one for 1,200, whatever, but it's missing parts, like the mirrors are off or whatever. So this one was in pretty good shape, and underneath it has a digital little eye for reading. So that's a digital ready car. I can use my Arc Pro in digital mode with these two cars. And I was looking for chips last night. Of course, Action has them. And they were about 25 bucks a chip. But then there's the shipping. So I had to consider, okay, even though the price is lower, did I get two? Oh no, it's a Dodge Viper. Okay, so a Maserati, which again, I didn't have, and you know how I like to represent all the brands, and a Dodge Viper, which I should have just looked at the shape of the car. You can tell that's a Dodge Viper. Come on, better lighting. He went there to read a letter, meow, 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 where the reading light was better, meow, meow, meow. Yeah, Dodge Motorsports, big letters, there you go. And it even says Viper. Okay. So again, I got the better conditioned car with not missing the spoiler, not missing the windshield, not missing the mirrors, which most used Scalextrics have that. I guess it's back here in the center, because this is interesting. This one has the motor like the Vets. Remember I showed you the Vet cars? So when I took them apart, it has an actual drive shaft, like a metal thin drive shaft going back to a weird shaped gear, not your normal crown gear or pinion gear. I'll have to open one up and show you again, or refer back, but I guess it's... It has to be there, right? In the middle, the little camera. I'm going to have to take the body off and see, because the vast majority of cars, the piece that replaces this up front behind the wheels has the hole right there. So these are digital cars, but that one's got the motor up there, and this one, I'm thinking it's this hole right here that is further back than on the others. And again, I don't have any other digital cars. These are all digital ready. Well, that one's not even digital ready. Wow, because it's an older car. This one is digital ready, yeah, because it's only a couple of years old. But as I said, the plugs I've seen are the hole, the sensor that reads these little dots here. Yeah, there's a little eye, little digital eye, and here, that's the little digital eye in there. So I thought those were all up front near the front wheels. I mean, that's fairly close. But this one, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take it over on the bench and open it up just to see where the hell the sensor is. I mean, it's got to be it, right? Because there's a hole in the center of the car for no good reason. So that's interesting. I wonder how that affects, like, entering the crossover. I think I have these backwards. I think the cars would come in this way. So this car would hit the sensor first because it's up here, and this one is back here a little bit, not much, but yeah, it's a little bit forward of that one. And again, if you take one of these other cars and convert it with the door, the sensor would be up here, like right behind the front wheel. So that would see any sensor first, and I'm wondering if that has any benefit in racing. Okay, well, like I said, new to the digital world. I'm going to be investigating and finding out more about these two, because I ordered them specifically because they're digital cars. And I went to his digital page. He has a page just for digital accessories and pieces of track. Again, you can see I don't think I'll have any problem with these. These are beautiful. compared to some of that older track I have. You know, that's got issues, you know. You look at this little half piece of track compared to this. That's a world of difference. And these are bright and shiny new. There's no rubber marks on them like the old worn rubber tire marks on this. So yeah, I'm excited. The reason I started taking this stuff off was I'm going to, now that it works and I corrected that one piece, I'm going to move this probably tonight over to the big boards and start growing it. Like I said, I want to obviously have a bigger layout than that. And the idea too, my goal since I've gotten this set is to build a big enough layout that I can really test the cars and do lap times. It's so hard to do laps on that because it's so small. And again, the big cars don't really get up to speed because they got to slow down for the turns right away. I've got, what, 3 straights there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 straights before you have to turn. So it's like you get 3 straights and you start to slow down. Get 3 straights and you start to slow down. So that doesn't really let me run, especially the good cars. And I've been reading up about shorts in cars, and I read a thing about if dust gets in the armature of the car, it will short it out. And I tried running these two last night. I literally ran every single car, like I said, and they didn't run. I pulled up the wheels and gave it, you know, pulled the trigger, and the wheels ran. And then when I put it down, it did, and then the track would not run with a regular car. Another car, and I took, like, you know, one of the cars behind it that always run, and I put it on after I put it on the Toyota, and the Nighthawk wouldn't run. I'm like, well, I know the Nighthawk runs because I had run it around before when I was first shaking down the track. So it shorted out my control. Now it's working. It didn't blow it out, thank God, right? I just got the damn thing, but it did, like, blow a fuse to the point where I had to unplug it and plug it back in, and then all the rest of the cars worked again. So I think there's a short on these 2 cars with the heavy magnets and the 30. He's got new braids. These, believe it or not, are brand new braids. And again, all that black on them, I'm wondering if that's not from a short in the motor. And once again, it could be armature dust from what I read last night. So I'll check that out. I'll get this thing out of the way, open up my work table again, and start working on the cars that didn't run last night. The 2 Fly Lolas. The Camaro was zipping around beautifully. Like I said, it was literally the best car of the night. And then it made a sound like a gear, like a pinion gear cracked or something. Kind of something got loose, something came off inside, and it stopped running entirely. So it went from the best running car to a broken car quickly. So I'll get all this stuff out. It's time to throw away all these boxes here. I don't need them. And yeah, I'll get to work on my little workbench and get those fixed up. And I'm going to add the pit lane and those. So I'm going to replace the straights with these, the new pieces. Run those 2 cars digitally, and I'll do a video on that because it'll be the first digital running, because I've been in analog mode so far. Then when all that's working and those 4 straights have replaced the analog straights, and it's working and I can run cars around, I'll move that whole thing over to here and literally start going piece by piece by piece. That's why I took the track up, because I'm going to be adding pieces to that once the new track is part of that oval. That's my evil plan, and I'm sticking to it. That's it. There's the 2 new cars. Maserati again. None of these cars is a Maserati. I have Porsches, I got Mercedes, I got an Audi, I got a Ginetta, whatever the hell that is. Lolas, I got a couple of Lolas, Porsches, Jaguar, Chevys, Ford. I got everything pretty much represented. but I didn't have a Maserati. And you know, as Joe Walsh says, my Maserati does 185. I lost my license, now I can't drive. So there you go. I had to have a Maserati in there. And Dodge Viper. I have Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger, now a Dodge Viper. And again, somehow, some way, allegedly, even though I can't really see it, these are supposed to be digital cars. So I will verify that probably tonight. All right, CM Slots out.